Hi.
How's it going? So this is kind of a thrown together last minute review.
It's a sad review.
It's a sad review. Number one, we're about to get rid of this couch.
I was going to say,
someone's on the way to pick it up, and you've seen a couple reviews on this couch.
Yeah, I think all of them except for one or two when we were house sitting. But
The other couch is gone too.
Yeah, the other couch is gone.
We did Bitches Brew on.
So they're all red, and like they've been our couches for so long, and I'm feeling all nostalgic for our shitty couches. Here, let me with the stuffing showing.
Yeah, which we got to stuff in there because
some lovely young man is coming to buy them from us for a very, very small amount considering what we paid for them.
I hope
we bought them 5 years ago though, when we moved in. There we have a picture of this entire apartment with literally nothing but these couches, I think. So it makes me feel a little.
It does.
And so that's why we're drinking cheap beers, because we're also moving and we're paying double rent.
And when's the last time you've seen Schlitz beer? I don't know. Maybe you live in a different area, but in my area you don't see it every day. And yeah, it was mad cheap.
So what we were doing is we were packing up some of our homebrew. And this Christmas, we usually do a Christmas beer for our friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh man, Robbie, you didn't get one with the label.
I can get one if you want to tell them about it. Yeah.
Okay. Run. He's actually running. And we got a call from the Craigslist guy while the phone was attached to the tripod, and he answered it. I'll show you that picture later. So this is a shitty bottle that we were keeping for ourselves. We have about like 2 cases of homebrew that we really don't want to move because we're afraid they're going to kind of get damaged in the move with sun or light. So, excellent work. Good running. Good running, Robbie, like Jenna would say.
This is a peppermint stout. Peppermint mocha stout.
Which is our favorite Starbucks drink, which is where we got the idea. And this was our first one that we did.
It is. And Mare designed the label. I don't know if you can see it there.
I have a picture of it. That's no big deal. So either way, when we first made it, it didn't turn out like as chocolatey as we wanted, and it was kind of, I don't want to say bitter.
It just wasn't what we expected.
And it was really minty.
It wasn't awful, but it just was not what we expected.
We don't have a table because we're moving.
So
I'm going to have to just pour it here. But Robbie, I just told her, oh God, it's very, very fizzy. And here, you pour yours. I just screwed that up.
And the real beer people are going to hate this, but we were going to dump a few bottles out just because we had a lot and we couldn't move with all of them. So what does any beer guy do when he dumps a bottle out? He takes a swig and tastes it. So I took a swig and I said, Mare, you got to taste this. It's actually good. It's a lot better than it was.
And I forget, that's kind of the first rule of home brewing is like, I know that everything says, and we had really good success for the first maybe 3 brews we did. Oh, mine's way fizzier than yours.
I poured it real slow.
That's a beautiful, it's like this most beautiful beer. And of course I drank a lot of it because it just basically tastes like peppermint extract to me, and peppermint tea, which is what we use to mint it with. But when we tried it, yeah, you can talk about color and stuff. It's like dark black. It looks like a beautiful stout to me.
It looks like a stout, which it always did look like a stout.
It still smells a little funky.
It smells
like homebrew.
It smells like homebrew.
It's a homebrew stout, and it smells a little.
Maybe other people don't have that problem, but ours all kind of have a little bit of a smell. But it has
it's a bottle condition smell too,
or a plastic condition because
people say that
we have ale pails, but has a strong mint smell and taste.
But when we taste it, this great surprise is that this thing has bloomed. And even now I'm pouring it out, it's definitely bloomed more.
It tastes like an actual... Before it didn't taste like a stout to me.
Yeah.
It tasted like a...
You've got big coffee in there now.
Ale.
That was not intentional, but the chocolate has bloomed, which is what we were waiting on. And the funny thing is that I did use mint extract in it when we made it, which was my idea. And I was really nervous about it. Of course, when we first gave it out, it was definitely mint extract-y, which means it kind of buzzed you. But now you get this like light, fresh, refreshing kind of mint thing in your tongue.
And right now,
so what a nice surprise!
It is a nice surprise. And right now, I notice as much as it does still smell like mint, it doesn't have a super strong mint taste. It has an aftertaste, but it actually tastes like a good stout in between.
And it's got a chocolatey. It's super smooth, and so this is just such a nice surprise that we made. I don't even know what you do. Was that this year? We didn't make it.
It was last year.
This is last year, so this is over a year and a half old. And so, as I always learn, homebrew really, really blooms when you wait on it. We just opened our Smoky Bear Porter about 3 years later.
And it was
I called it Smoky Bear because I'm so punny.
And if we were prepared, we would have had that one as well to show.
We'll do that later.
Later.
Oh, there's a spider. Sorry. we're like kicking up dust and stuff in here.
And
anyway,
animals.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, and
spiders.
also I wanted to show this just because we were listening to it. Robbie gave me this iPod Nano
From a few
from
years
2008.
ago. If there's any young people watching this, they're going,
What is
that's
that
not
thing?
an iPod Nano.
Anyway, I loved it because it fits in your sports bra when I used to work out more. But we've had it, and I just never got rid of it, but it started kind of acting up, and then iPhones started happening, and this and that, and so, of course, I have my iPhone, too. But when we just found it again, and Robbie charged it, and it works really well, and it also is like a time capsule of all of my, like, playlists and stuff,
great.
so it's real funny.
We've been enjoying it with the
And it
movie.
matches the couch, so it just felt appropriate today.
Well,
so anyway, this is our last beer review from
this
the
apartment-
couch
in
and
this
from
apartment.
our little apartment where we've been for 5 whole years.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing this moment with us.
And look for us in our new apartment, in
For
our
sure.
new little condo that we're renting, and on the new couch.
And as always, what's the best type of beer?
Free beer,
Free beer.
especially 2 years later. All right, Robbie, let's go.